2025 is coming. Are you ready to achieve your goals no matter what? So let's just get into it, shall we? The first part of the video, I would like to talk about how do you achieve your goal in 2025. And the second part of the video will be about no matter what. With all the videos talking about how do you achieve your goals in 2025, they didn't tell you how do you sustain your drive throughout the whole year. Because that's the main problem for most people. People can't keep their New Year resolutions for the whole year. So in this video, I'm going to share with you how do you achieve your goals no matter what. Even there is fear stopping you, even that you are unmotivated. I don't want you to say goodbye to your wonderful 2025 goals. I want you to be proud of yourself and did what you have promised by the end of 2025. The first step is make a plan. I know this sounds simple, but you will be shocked by how many people just have a goal but not a proper plan. By definition, a plan is a set of actions for you to achieve your goals. Right now, think about the goals you have previously set before. How many goals do you actually have a proper plan, a step-by-step actions for you to achieve it? If you realize you may be not having a proper plan, don't worry. Stick with me in this video because I'm going to share with you how you can make a plan that's actually work. But before having a plan, we need to have our 2025 goals. So right now, I will guide you the process on how do you establish your 2025 goals. The first step is I want you to think about your goals from your life visions. Life visions means what do you want ultimately in this lifetime. Why it is very important to think from your life visions is like a reverse engineering. Because if we set a goal that's not getting closer to our life visions, then what's the meaning of achieving that goal? Life visions may be evolved over time. What I want to do in the last year is a little bit different from what I want to do right now, but it generally acts as a guiding star for you to set 2025 year goal. It is like driving. You need to have a final destinations for you to start your journey. So the annual goals, the weekly goals, the quarter goals will be the checkpoints throughout this wonderful journey. That's why I prepared this video 2 months before January 2025, because I understand some people maybe do not have a thought about their life visions. So it gives you time to think about where would you like to be ultimately, and then what will be your 2025 goals and how they fit the bigger picture. So you can take a pause of this video to think about what will be your life visions. Right now you have your life visions, and I hope you can think your 2025 year goal from the life visions, and this is the step 2. However, if you think it is quite overwhelming, you are not sure where to start with thinking from the life vision, I also suggest you can think about a 3 years goal. 3 years from 2025, where would you like to be? I personally also set a 3 years goal because I think this is more easier for me to think about 2025 year goals. So right now you have your life vision, you have your 3 years goal, and then it's time for you to think about the 2025 year goal. Please just have a rough idea of the 2025 year goal. Rough idea is the key point, because this flexibility is very important and I will explain later on. So right now you've got your 2025 years goal, and next step will be tricky. Discard your annual goal. I'm just joking. After you have the rough idea of 2025 year goal, I want you to just focus on the first quarter of 2025. What are the 1 to 3 big goals that you would like to achieve in the first quarter of 2025? By big goals, I mean realistic, but at the same time really challenging. Give as much details for your goals. For example, how much do you want to earn? Exactly how much do you want to earn? How many clients do you want to get? What project you will be working on? I want you to get as specific as you can. You may be thinking this is weird, right? I should be stepping into 2025 and I should be thinking on the whole year goal. I've got a reason for that. And when you understand it, you will be realize how much more successful you will be by just focusing on the first quarter of the 2025. And I will explain the reason right now. Focusing on the first quarter of 2025 gives you a sense of urgency. You will realize each day is critical. Every day you need to take the actions to achieve your goals instead of wasting your time, waiting for the later in the year for you to take actions, for you to really start focusing on your goals. Because a lot of people, when they cannot reach their January goals, they will think about, okay, I still got 11 months to go and yeah, I still got my time. But when time goes by, they realize they don't really have much much time left for them to achieve to the 2025 year goal. So I don't want you to be the one of them. Therefore, I would like you to focus on the first quarter of 2025. And the second reason is a lot of people focusing on their annual goals and setting on annual goals based on assumptions over assumptions. People usually break down their annual goals into quarter goals and then break down the quarter goals into the monthly goals. So they have assumed that they have achieved everything in the first quarter and then they will continue to the second quarter of 2025. However, what I don't realize is when you set yourself new goals, you need to take new actions. There are a lot of unpredictable things that happened during the year, and they have assumed that they will smoothly achieve all the goals in quarter one so they can enter the quarter two. There are linkage between quarter one and quarter two. When they didn't hit the goals in the first quarter, they would consider the whole plan is a failure because the quarter two depends on the quarter one and the quarter three depends on the quarter two and the quarter four depends on the quarter three. So when you think the first step is wrong already, this is the moment that most people will give up their new year resolution because they already think that the plan is failed. So by just focusing on the first quarter of 2025, it gives you the flexibility to adjust as you go. When you can't hit the goals in the first quarter of 2025, no problem. You can still adjust your approach to the second quarter of 2025. In this way, you are constantly adapting, which makes it more easier for you to stay on track throughout the whole year. The second step is ask the why. Ask yourself, why do you want to achieve your goals? This video might ask more of you than the other videos, but that's because I truly want to help you achieve your goals and be proud of yourself by the end of 2025. So for us to do that, you need to dig deeper than you might have before. And I really hope that you can take a few hours to complete this exercise. Keep asking why until you get your deepest desire, until you understand what is the core of driving you to have this goal. This process helps you to tap into a motivation that is so strong that acts as an honest energy source that will fuel you when you are unmotivated, when you are very tired, and when you are time to give up. And honestly, it helps me to get through the most difficult days in my life. The reason why we give up is because we like staying in the comfort zone, even though the current situations is what you don't like, but it is less intimidating than you step out of your comfort zone and step into the unknown. When we don't know after we step into the unknown what the future will be, what the person we are going to be, you are afraid of, are you going to fail? You are afraid of how your life will change. These all the uncertainties, all the overthinking keep you stay in the comfort zone. Therefore, we need something bigger to support us to go through this period of time, to go through all the overthinking, all the fear, and all the doubts. I will give you an example. I really want to build a side hustle, which is my YouTube channel, and I will ask myself why I would like to build a side hustle. The first is because I would like to share what I've learned, and the second is I want to earn more money. So why I want to share what I have learned? Because I want to inspire people to pursue their dream. I realized that you just have one lifetime. You shouldn't spend your life living in fears and not do what you want to do. A lot of people are afraid of getting a side hustle because they think it will be risky. It will take a lot of time. And I would like to be the role model that's showing you having a side hustle. Yes, it is easier, but at the same time, I've got a more fulfilling life and it is enjoyable. I love it and this is my passion. So I really want to encourage people to pursue their dream, to get a side hustle that they are passionate about because you only have one lifetime. And for why I want to earn more money, because I want to provide a better life for my family. Why I want to provide a better life for my family? Because they love me and they have sacrificed a lot because of me. So I would like to provide them a better life as a thank you for them. You have to dig a deeper reasons of why. Keep asking yourself why until you cannot dig much deeper. This is the kind of motivations that keep me going. This is why I can work 10 hours a day. This is why I work on Saturday and Sunday. This is why I'm okay with missing out the social events. And this is why I give up dancing, which was a large part of my life before. And this has helped me to get through my hardest day in the UK. So find one day, prepare your favorite drink, or you can stop this video right now to think about the why you want to achieve your goals. You can think from the life visions first, why you want to achieve your life visions, and then after you get a bunch of reasons why, you can think about why you want to achieve your 2025 year goal to see the deepest reason behind your 2025 year goal. Is it aligned with the deepest reason why behind your life vision? After all this thinking, reflecting, and planning section, it's time for the action part. For each of the first quarter goal, think about a list of actions that you can take to achieve your first quarter goal. List out all the goals and actions that you need to take. On the right hand side, on the left hand side, you can have the list of action, and on the right hand side, you will have all the possible actions that you need to take for you to achieve the left hand side goal. After listing out all the goals and actions, choose the high payoff activity. High payoff activity means the actions help you to reach your goals the fastest. There are a lot of actions help you to reach your goals, but not all actions are equal. Not by working harder, but by working what matters the most. So how do you determine if it is a high payoff actions? That's simple. Usually the most uncomfortable actions will be the high payoff actions. The biggest step that you have to step out from your comfort zone. It is not a small step, but it is a big step for you to step out of your comfort zone. That's the high payoff actions. For example, you can spend hours fine-tuning your social posts to sell your products, or you can directly cold calling customers to get you new customers. I would personally suggest pick 1 to 3 key actions for the goal, because if you are doing too much, it will overwhelm you and you will give up very easily. So maybe pick 1 to 3 key actions. Imagine you are highly focused on the high payoff actions in just the first quarter. How far do you think you can get to just by the end of the first quarter of 2025? After listing all the actions and picking up the high payoff actions, and you look at all these actions and you think about, oh shit, that's difficult, I definitely can't do it, then this tip can help you. This tip is build a character. If you become the person that considers these actions are normal, then you will have no difficulties in taking them. You don't think that is difficult. So I want you to build a character. Achieving goals is not just about the actions that you take. It's about who you become in the process. Think about a person who describes herself as an action taker, or someone who describes herself as she always procrastinates. Who do you think will achieve their goals? So if you can identify who this person is and you become them, then all the actions will be less intimidating for you. Though in the beginning of this journey, I can assure that it will be 100% scary and you will feel very uncomfortable, but remember your why. Okay, so let's get into the building the character part. It's so fun. Now, I would like you to picture this. A person has achieved all your 2025 years goal. What does their day look like? What are their habits? You can even list out what they do from Monday to Sunday, every single time slot, and this is what I've done. It's just like playing Sims. I'm not sure have you played Sims before, but I really like play Sims. You can build their outlook, you can even build a character, you can choose their life vision, and you are doing that in the real life. I actually think Sims is an incredible game. The more the details, the better when you're building this character. You can even think about what is their personality, what is their outlook, what are their styles, who do they hang out with, what is their personality, I think I've repeated, what is their hobby, when do they sleep, when do they wake up. Think of building a character in Sims. Don't worry about are you going to do that? Can you do that? Just think of you are playing the game and build a character first. Don't worry about if you can do that, because I will show you how you can do that later on. And the 5th step is build a habit and measure it. I think there is saying out there is about show me your day and I will show you a future, or something that is about show me your habits and I will show your future, and I completely agree with that. Who you will become in the future is about all of your daily habit, what you have done every single day, but it's not about a particular big things that you have done. It's time for you to put all the actions and all the habits into the real life. Right now, you have a list of goals, a list of high payoff actions, and a list of habits that you need to build. And then for the actions and for the habit, I would like you to think about the frequency. For example, going exercise 2 times a week, this is the frequency. Reading book every single day, learning 30 minutes every single day, this is the frequency. I would like you to think about for each of your high payoff actions and each of the habit, think about the frequency of it. So right now you have a list of actions and habit with the frequency, and I would like you to find a way to track your daily progress. For myself, myself, I use an app called Habit Tracker, and I think it's a few pounds for a lifetime, which I think is worth for it. If you are downloading app or find any way to track it, it's better that it shows some kind of score. For example, the Habit Tracker app that I'm using is amazing. It shows us how much percentage I've completed my actions and my habit every single week, every single month, and also every year, because this is very useful for you to do the weekly reflections that I will mention in this video later on. For the high payoff action list, I want you to track your progress at the start of 2025, but for the habits of the character that you are building, you can implement it slowly. What do I mean? For example, maybe one of my goals in 2025 is growing my YouTube channel to 100k subscribers. Then I need to do some of the YouTube analysis, and I decide to spend 3 hours every single week to analyze video. Then I will put 3 hours every single week analyzing video in the Habit Tracker app. But if the character that I would like to build, maybe they've got the habit of wake up at 5 a.m. every single day, go to bed at 10 p.m. every single day, stretching every night, then if all of these things I didn't get used to do it right now, then maybe I will build a habit of waking at 5 a.m. in the morning and then sleeping at 10 p.m. at night for the first month of 2025, or for the first 2 weeks of 2025, whatever you like. And then after I get used to these two habits, and I will build a third habit, which is, what did I say just now? Stretching every night. So I will slowly add up the habit instead of implementing all the habits at once, because I've tried this before and it is overwhelming. I give up everything just within 2 weeks. So make sure you adapt the habit at a pace that you don't feel overwhelming. If you have huge determination, you can adapt it all at once, but make sure you can handle it, because consistency is the key. So remember to measure your habit and your actions every single day when you step into 2025, or you can actually do it right now for the goals of the remaining year, so you can prepare yourself, you can familiarize how do you do this progress in 2025. Now you've got the list of action. Before the week start, I would like you to look at the list of actions and schedule it accordingly. Schedule from your Monday to Sunday with the specific time slot. Make sure everything goes into your calendar. You will have higher completion rates if that task go into your calendar. Okay, it's the final step for the first part, that is reflect every single week. Every Sunday, find a nice cafe or just at your home, prepare your favorite drink, and then give yourself 1 hour to reflect your week to see how are you doing it. So as I mentioned, you should have a score from the app or from the way that you're tracking your habits and actions. Reflect from the score. How much percentage have you completed your goals? How much percentage have you completed this week? How are you doing with the habits that you are building? Where did you fall short and why? It is very important to ask why. What is the obstacle that hindering you to get to where you want? What is the obstacle that hindering you to do the actions? We need to find out the problem and fix it, because if it stay there, if the problem stay there, it is stopping you from getting to your goals. So you need to find out the reason why you didn't do it, adjust it, fix it, and complete it for the next week. Think about what are you proud of yourself, what are your achievements. It is very important to think about your achievement as well. I know as human, and we always criticize ourselves of not doing enough. This actually will not make us becoming better. It will demotivate us and we will frustrate about ourselves. So we also need to appreciate our efforts. We also need to think about what are our achievements. After you have do a reflection of your week, you will have a list of the adjustment, and you also have a list of actions that you need to take for the next week. I would suggest you to schedule a next week right after you have reflections on this week. The key here is to be honest with yourself. If you didn't complete a task, don't just ignore it. Think about why. Really, you have to be honest with yourself. There is no judgments. There is no comparison with others. You just have to compare with yourself. Are you doing better every single day, or are you doing better every single week? This is how you improve every single week. Were you overscheduling? Are there any distractions that you didn't plan? If you have a lot of distractions throughout the week and you know that you can't, just remove it. Maybe because of your family, maybe because of your job. Then add yourself some buffer time throughout the week for you to do the tasks that you didn't do. Right now, you know all the steps to develop a plan that's actually work, and this is the most interesting part. How do you achieve your goals no matter what? This is the part that most people want to know. How do you keep the drive? How do you sustain the drive throughout the whole year and make sure you can achieve your goals? It's not about working hard right now. It is about the simple small action step that keep you on track. Let's just jump to it. When we are doing new actions and having big goals, we often have negative self-talk. We often tell ourselves we can't do it, that is impossible for us, and we are a fool to do this, to think that we can do that. And this tip will help you to tackle all of the negative voice in your head so that you can have the courage to do the new actions and to pursue your dream. This is a very important tip because how many of us have stopped doing something that we would like to do just simply because we think that we can't? There's a subtle voice in our head and saying that no, you cannot do this and that is impossible for you. It is just a subtle negative voice, but they stop you from pursuing your dream. So this is how you can silence the negative voice in your mind. You find evidence to prove the negative thoughts in your mind is wrong. And you can do this by 3 methods. The first is find someone who has already achieved the things that you want to do. For example, one of my idol is Tam. She has mentioned she is an introvert and she is very shy. She wasn't really good at talking with people. I used to think I'm not good at communication, I'm shy and I'm an introvert. It's not possible for me to speak in front of camera. It's not possible for me to post videos on YouTube. But Tam, who has also described herself as the same thing, but right now she has over 1 million subscribers in her YouTube. And that is very, very inspiring. So I will think if she can do that, then I can do that because we both are very shy, we both are an introvert. And I actually find more evidence to prove that a lot of people, they are introvert, but they can make a huge impact to the world through speaking in front of cameras. Like one of my mentor, Ali, Master Share Kashana, they are all introvert, but they have made huge impact through the YouTube videos. So I found that being an outgoing person is not a must for you to speak in front of camera. It's not a must for you to communicate well with people. And I also found that being an introvert, you are actually more sensitive to other feelings. You actually understand what people need so that you can develop a deeper relationship, a deeper bond with people than most of the outgoing person do. So this is why I look at a lot of evidence. I look at a lot of people that have done the same thing that I want to do by just being an introvert and also describe themselves as very shy. Another method is you can overcome your self-limiting beliefs by looking into your past experience. You can find evidence from your past. Are there any evidence that does not support these self-limiting beliefs? For example, for myself, I used to love present in front of people when I was studying university, and I did really well in the presentation part. This have actually proved that I can speak in front of crowd. If I can speak in front of crowd, then why I can't speak in front of the camera? And I've also joined quite a lot of battles and dance performance. I have courage to do that, then which means I'm not really that shy. I'm able to perform myself at the stage. The third method is, according to Stephen, the author of The Diary of CEO. He's a really successful entrepreneur as well. He has mentioned that if you would like to overcome your self-limiting beliefs, and this is a very powerful method, that is gaining your first-hand experience, which means practice makes perfect. Practice the things that you feel uncomfortable until you feel comfortable and confidence in it. So it's actually the situations that I'm in right now. I think I'm not good at speaking in front of camera, though I still don't think that I'm really good at speaking in front of camera. But I think this is my 30-something long videos, and I keep practicing every single time. And I do find that I'm doing better when compared to my previous videos. And I slowly received more positive feedback and comments under my videos. So practice makes perfect. These 3 methods can totally help you to eliminate your self-limiting beliefs. Right now, even though I still not very good at speaking in front of camera, but there's completely no problem if you ask me to speak in front of camera, because I have practiced it and I have found evidence from my past experience, and I also searched for evidence that I can see people like myself can do it, so I completely believe that I can do it. The second tip is remind your goal every single day. This is actually another big reason why people gave up their New Year resolutions so soon. Not because they don't want to do the hard work, just simply because they have forgotten about it. When we have new goals, when we have new routine and we are not familiarized with it, it's very easy for us to forget about what we actually have to do and the specifics about our goals. It is not unusual for us to forget forget it over time and let it fade into the background. Even though we are doing the actions every single day, but we become less intentional about our actions. Once you start to become less intentional about the actions, you will slowly also forget about your action plan because you're not sure why you are doing all these actions. For example, if someone that would like to have a better shape, actually I'm using myself as an example, so I would like to get a better shape before, and then I still go to the gym 2 to 3 times a week. But over time, I forgot about the goals that I need to lose weight and I need to get into a better shape. I need to be some kind of body shape, something like that. I forgot about it, even though I'm still going to the gym, but I am less intentional when I am going to the gym. I lift the same weights. I didn't increase the weights every single time. I didn't try to improve the quality of my actions. And sometimes I even just staying in the gym room and looking at the clock, thinking about, okay, I just have to stay here for 1.5 hours, then I can go back to home to do my work. I didn't think of I come to here because I want to get a better shape. I come to here because it is on my schedule, so I have to be in here. So how can you tackle this problem? You can tackle this problem by reminding yourself to look at your goal list, or you can just even stick a memo like I do to remind your goals. And I have a memo over there to remind myself, look into the Notion every single day to look at the details of my goals. And I also have a vision board to remind me, so do whatever you can that can remind your goals every single day. The next tip is be intentional for every single day. If you don't control your day will control you. Be intentional on how you spend your day. I would suggest using the time blocking method. A lot of people also recommend the time blocking method because if using the time blocking method, you can see how do you spend each hour of the day. Time blocking method is simply assign tasks for every hour of the day. You can do it from the time you wake up to your morning routine and then to your work hour and then lunch time until you sleep. You can put everything into the calendar. In this case, you are able to see what you have to do in every single time slot and make sure the tasks that you do are actually working towards your goals. So you will not be randomly scrolling your phone during any hour of the day, but you will only scroll your phone during the assigned rest block. So you will not accidentally waste time between tasks or during tasks. And this method can also help you to make sure you have complete every single task that is critical to get to your goals. The final tip is when laziness hits, what should you do? You should remind yourself why. Look at the deepest reason. Why do you actually want to achieve these goals? I have already mentioned why it is very important to know your why. It is very powerful, so I'm not here to repeat it. Alright, that's the end of this video. Comment down below what will be your first quarter goal in 2025, and I wish you all the success and all the best. Also, come back to this video and update your progress in the comment sections. Hope you all love this video and appreciate your time to watch till the end, and I know this will be a very long video. So I will see you in the next video. Bye!